Hey guys, I'm Rachel and I'm here with Tinsel Korey for our exclusive interview for Tinsel Dreams.
My character, Emily, she is a Macaw woman from the Macaw Nation, and she goes to visit her cousin Leah, who lives on the Quileute Nation. And when she first goes over there, she meets Leah's boyfriend, Sam, and Sam imprints on Emily. And imprinting is kind of like first love, a little bit deeper. It's like your souls sort of connect. So Sam breaks up with Leah and then ends up being with Emily, and they get engaged, and she lives with the other wolves and takes care of them, feeds them, and tries to keep them in line, which is a little hard because the wolves are kind of all over the place.
So
there's always crazy stuff going around. Like the last time we were filming clips, Taylor had this thing where he wanted everyone to throw grapes in his mouth, so he'd like get all the ADs to like bring grapes, and we were like all tossing in his mouth. And then there's this prank that we played on Kiowa, and he ordered hot chocolate, and we're like, "Are you sure you want to drink that?" He's like, "What'd you do to it?" And we're like, "Oh, nothing." Like still to this day, he does not know whether or not something happened to his hot chocolate. So,
what is in the hot chocolate?
I can't tell you. I was nervous, for sure. I think I always get a little bit nervous before auditions. I auditioned with Joseph Middleton and Renee Haynes, and Renee Haynes had cast me in Into the West before, so she was already sort of like a supporter of my work, and she brought me in for this. And then I was one audition with Chris Weitz and them, and the next day I was shortlisted, and a couple weeks later I was cast. So, yeah. I didn't know anything about Twilight. My little sister was like, "I want to see the Twilight movie in December," and she was like, "It's like Harry Potter but in love." And it's nothing like Harry Potter, but at all, other than the fact that Robert Pattinson played Cedric Diggory in like Harry Potter. So when the audition came around for this, I kind of wanted to get the movie for her. So yay! I'm the closest to Chaskey. Also because our characters have to have that sort of connection, and also because we sort of have to act exactly like our characters in the book. We're always monitoring the other guys and like making sure they're like not up to any good and like or any bad. They should be always not doing anything good. So yeah, we're always watching out for them. So Chaskey for sure.
So how was it kissing Chaskey Spencer? Was he really nice?
Yeah, he's a really good-looking guy and whatever, so all that part's easy, but, any sort of kissing scene that you have to do on set is always awkward because there's like 50 to 60 crew watching you and you're supposed to make it this epic kiss. So yeah, it's an interesting process. I'm always creating, I'm an artist, so if I'm not acting, then I'm playing music or I'm painting. I'm so always doing something sort of creative, pretty much.
That's cool.
For music, it's Portishead, Diana Ross, Shania Twain, somebody else that I'm forgetting. But those are the main three. And then for acting, it's Ben Kingsley. He just has this way of morphing into whatever role that he wants to get into, which I think is really cool. And then for females, it's Gwyneth Paltrow, Megan Follows, who played Anne in Anne of Green Gables, and Michelle St. John, who's in a Canadian movie called Where the Spirit Lives. And it was, for me, Michelle St. John was the first person I ever saw on television that was of color that sort of resembled me. And so that was, yeah, she gave me that thing where I was like, wow, maybe I could do this. Chaskey, hands down, because he's tall and he can reach those coconuts. So my co-star would be Paul Walker, and then my role would be like a neo-femme action star. Maybe Transformers 4.
And
for New Moon, it's the muffin scene, because it's just this really beautiful scene where Emily gets to meet Bella and that relationship starts to form. And then in Eclipse, it is the scene where Bella comes back and the boys are all razzing her. So that was pretty funny. I haven't really had any crazy fan encounters. I've had a lot of stalkers, but so I think it's where that line sort of blurs from fan to crazy person. So when they're in that stalker area, that's when they don't turn into a fan. So I haven't had any crazy fans. I would wish for more wishes, but then we'd be here forever. And I think for my own happiness and for the inner happiness of other people. Because I think that when people are not balanced and they don't have happiness in their own life, it affects all of us as a community. I love Hawaii. It's just awesome, and the people are beautiful inside and out, and they're really funny. The one time I went to Hawaii, this Hawaiian comedian was like, there we were when Hands Across America was like going on, and we're all waiting there across the island, and nobody came. I don't know, they're just really funny people, so I love that place.
Alright.
Team Sam.
Not Team Emily?
No, that's just vain. For acting, like, I've always been that kid that was like, look at me, and putting on skits and making funny voices and stuff like that. I unfortunately got involved in the convention scene where I lost a lot of money, so I personally speak against the conventions. I don't really think that they do anything. I think you should go out and find an agent who sort of gets your vibe, and they don't charge anything until you book something. So I did that, and then did commercials for a while, and then from that I worked to film and television. And for music, I'm still kind of getting into it. I mean, people do know I'm a musician, but I still don't have a CD out, so I'm trying to get that going. I'm eating fry bread, and in the States it's getting the Texas Twister where they like smush limes and lemons and cherries, and I don't know, it's just magically delicious. And then going and watching the jingle dancers. Yeah, it was a great experience. I thought it was going to be a lot more intense and like hard work, but it wasn't. The fans were really great, and they were really respectful, and it was pretty easy. And we did the questionnaire with Bronson and Kiowa, and we all get along, so it was a lot of fun. Chaos. And why? Okay. It's just like all over the place. You're doing all these different things, and like now we've shot 2 movies, and New Moon hasn't even released, so we're like trying to go back and, you know, remember what was going on in New Moon because we're preparing for the release of that. So it's like all over the place all the time, but it's a lot of fun. I did not hang out with the vampires. There was one night where Rob and Kristen and all of us kind of hung out one night, but other than that, I haven't. I've met Ashley and Jackson, but not a lot of the other ones. I met Nikki Reed really briefly, but we never really got a chance to hang out because our scenes don't sort of are in the same area or time frame. I'm hoping they're going to be blown away by it. I'm hoping it's going to be a brilliant, epic film that will stand the test of time. To believe in dreams and just trust that who you are is enough.